All right, we got our E9 here. A little fun with Steve Marino. We've been mixing this up a little bit. We'll ask you. You're a single man. Celebrity crush.
Ooh. I used to be a Mila Kunis, but I don't know. It's tough to Margot Robbie and Wolf of Wall Street. I mean, that's a pretty good one.
I mean, I think golfers and all males in general kind of have
Margot's
the
got
same
a
answer to that.
stranglehold on this thing right now. For some reason, I can't crack it.
Oh, man.
Margot, yeah, that's a good one. You got some competition for it, but it's a good one.
I know. Is she single?
If you want her to be.
In your mind, sure.
I mean, if you take a stab at her, you know what I mean? She comes single real quick if Stevie's asking about it. All right, you started to get into this a little earlier. We shut you down, but I'm going to give it to you now. Your old caddy, GW Cable, wasn't afraid of a dare. He would do some crazy stuff for money on a bet. What's the craziest thing you've ever seen him do?
The craziest thing I've ever seen him do, I might start dry heaving talking about it to you guys.
Yeah.
But we're on the way to the British Open, and there was a beer bottle that was like about half full, and about half of it was old beer, and the other half of it was dip spit with the tobacco, like, ejected in there. Like somebody was spitting in it and then took their dip out and put it back in the bottle. So you could see like the tobacco in there too. It was me, Anthony Kim, Charlie Hoffman was involved. Anyway, we scrounged up about $3,000 and, well, God.
Yeah, dude. If you've ever chewed, you've accidentally taken a swig of a spitter in your life.
I mean,
so everyone knows the feeling that's been there.
He just, he took that thing down. Oh, man. He chugged it.
10 years ago.
He's
He chugged it. I'm not kidding you. I get queasy every time I talk about it. And just slammed the beer bottle down afterwards like it was nothing. And when I think about it, I almost throw up. And they paid, it was about $3,500 that we had pulled up for him to do that, and he did it no problem. And I was like, that's a different kind of dude right there. And it wasn't his spit. It wasn't his spit. Oh God. Ugh.
What was the aftermath of that? How many days till you get leveled out after something like that?
I don't know. Well, then he continued on later that trip. I played a practice round with VJ, and like back in the day there, like player dining was like, I don't know, it was kind of a tent. And, we're in Europe, so you can smoke cigs wherever you want. And there's a cigarette butt on the floor. And I just finished, telling VJ about the story of him drinking the dip spit. He offered him, $500 to eat a cigarette butt off the floor.
Jesus.
So I mean, we were playing good. The guy wasn't short on money. I don't know what the hell was going on, but he ate that, and he said that was the worst thing. He said he was burping up cigarette for the rest of the week.
His intestines got to be just ruined. Ruined. The spitter story, I was like, no, not doable.
Dude, I was sitting right there.
That's tough.
Ugh. But that guy's a legend. Okay. A great friend of mine, great caddy, great dude, father of two, now two beautiful young daughters, and he's doing great. Yeah. So shout out to G. He's got a guy he's caddying for, Jacob Bridgman, caddied for him all year last year on Corn Ferry, and they're starting this week, I think, in Hawaii.
Yeah, they're down in Hawaii. Actually, I was texting with him.
Good luck to them.
I was texting with him earlier. I was texting with him earlier. I was like, I need some stories. He goes, we're on the golf course right now trying to Monday qualify. Let me text you later.
Oh, damn. They're not in. Hopefully they get in.
Yeah. All right. Next. Oh, by the way, speaking of dip spit. So a good buddy of yours as well, Ryuji Amada. We're down in Panama, Corn Ferry. I'm playing blackjack, and he's standing behind me watching. And he's just got this cup, and I was like, what are you drinking? He's like, Crown and Ginger. You want something? I'm like, yeah, sure. It wasn't Crown and Ginger.
No, he gave it to you?
Wrong to do. Yes, that is wrong to do.
On purpose.
Yes.
That's criminal because it's the worst. It's happened to everyone that chews at some point, like on accident. You got like a Coke and then you're spitter
and usually you know it immediately if you're a chewer and you can kind of get it out. Like you won't swallow it. Like something's wrong. Colt, did it go down?
No. Yeah, it went down. I was not happy with Luigi.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm sure you've been.
And you didn't even get 3,500.
Talk us out if you could find the guy. Where did he disappear to?
He just started dying laughing and walked away. I'm like, you are so sorry. But I was on a heater on the blackjack table. I couldn't leave.
That's tough. Tough luck.
Dedication. All right, next one. What do you Brant Job and Scott McCarron have in common?
Ooh. Oof. That's a very good question. I have no idea. Do you?
You are all three members of the Beta Fraternity.
Oh, I did not know that.
Tell me about this. Let me tell you. Tell me about this being a frat guy up at Virginia.
It was okay. Ours was weird. Like my frat was. It wasn't on Rugby Road where most of the other frats were. Like they had gotten in trouble like a few years earlier, so we had a kind of like an off-campus house. I wasn't like much of like a frat guy. You know, I'd never lived in the house. I didn't go to the parties, but you know, a bunch of friends of mine that I was in school with, they did it. I did it. There was a bunch of athletes in the fraternity too. No other golfers, but it wasn't like what you're thinking though. You know what I mean? It was, I wasn't like super frat guy. I wasn't like hazing people. I did go through a hell week and that sucked. It was awful.
I can imagine.
Some of the stuff I hear from those frat, I'm like, they get people pay money to do this? Like some of it seems
what was the worst part?
They had us doing like crazy dangerous stuff. Like they had us doing high lows. So half of the pledge class was on like one side of this mattress and half was on the other side and you couldn't see each other. And you had a brother on each side and like you had to run and dive either in the bottom or the top. And then like last minute, they would tell you like go high or go low. And then, you know, you're hoping on the other side, the guy would not be going the same way as you. It was like crazy stuff like that.
Sounds terrible.
That was hell week at like 4:30 in the morning. Yeah.
That's good. Isn't Virginia where they wear like the ties to the games and stuff? Now they wear like shirt ties.
Yeah. A lot of the fraternities did like mine wasn't really, we didn't do that. Okay. I don't know if they do that anymore though. But when I was there, dude, like everybody wore a shirt and tie to the game. I'm like, seemed like the most uncomfortable thing ever. It's like 90.
That's not your style.
No.
Yeah.
Not really. No, not really.
Yeah, it looks like a board meeting over there in the student section.
Well, those people are probably, you know, solving the world's problems or creating them today.
True.
Some of those
probably a little bit of both.
Fair.
Yes.
Probably a little bit of both. I'll give you one here. Have you ever led people to believe that you were related to Dan Marino down in South Florida in order to get preferential treatment? Yes. Smart.
My 9th grade English teacher, she hated me. But I somehow ended up charming her and we kind of got into conversation. I told her Dan Marino was my uncle. And she didn't believe me at first, but then I got some of my other buddies to kind of be like, yeah. You know, he doesn't talk about it much, but yeah, it's his uncle. And then I actually brought her, I looked up his autograph and stuff and forged it and brought her a signed football and gave it to her under the pretense that it really was Dan Marino that signed it. And I think I got an A in the class at the end of the year. So yes, I have done that.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's smart. Going back to 9th grade too. Crafty.
Yeah.
Crafty.
You know, you said you're possibly looking for another job. Where would you say being a boat captain would rank in possibility for you having
No, that's job? Willie Mack, bud. That's Willie Mack. I have a boat. If my boat broke down in the middle of the ocean, we'd be in big trouble. But if Willie Mack was on the boat, we'd be good. I think Willie Mack should be the boat captain. He's a great fisherman. He knows what's going on with boats, and I think that'd be a great job for him. For me, no. I wouldn't want to do that. Although,
go ahead.
If you get a nice boat to captain down here, you can make a nice living.
Yes, you can. He told me
DJ's captain does pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good gig.
Who that works for DJ doesn't do well nowadays?
Well, very few.
Yeah. Willie Mack did tell me you almost gave him a heart attack once when he was he let you in charge of his boat.
Oh man. Oh yeah. It's going to be. It's almost one of those things. If you had to be there, basically, we took a trip down to the Keys, and we usually would take this one boat that was out here, but instead we took a boat that Will shared with this golf coach, Jeff Leishman. It was a smaller boat. I'd never driven it, so we drive down there, and it was Bryony Baird and myself, Willie Mack, and another guy, Jamie Neer. And we had rented a house for the week. Bryony brought his boat, so he was in the other boat. We launched the boat, and we're in the Keys, and we're in like kind of a little neighborhood. It's not real wide. There's bulkheads on each side. The throttle was sticking. I couldn't get it to go. Finally, I got it to go, and it went full blast. It threw me backwards. I fell backwards on the way down. I slammed it back into full reverse, and it went like and went up like this. And the seawall's right here. It went up and down and did not hit the seawall. I was going to be in somebody's backyard, had I not went down and did that. And he was so mad at me, Will, because before this, he's like, Steve, you better not mess up the boat. I'm like, God, I got it, dude. Like, don't worry about it. It's all good. You're in good hands. Well, he witnessed that, and he was not happy about it. So he drove the boat the rest of the week.
I would have been at someone's backyard.
Dude, relax. It's
well,
fine.
Dude, there was people outside hanging out, like, and all of a sudden, this little, piece of waterway where these houses were, it was like a wave pool because of all my wake that I was creating. There's people outside going, "What in the hell is this guy doing out here?" So
that would have been an expensive mistake too.
Sidebar to that,
and I think.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, bud.
No, I was gonna say sidebar to that. Not being a boat captain, would you say right now in your current form you're better at beer pong or golf?
Ooh, I played some beer pong actually on New Year's Eve.
You still got it?
I wasn't as sharp as I would have liked to have been, but I think I went like 5-1. I had a bunch of different partners.
In the professional golf world,
it's tight. It's close. I break par pretty much every time I play.
Yeah, but you're a shark on the beer pong table. Okay,
I am sharp. I'm sharp on beer pong and cornhole.
Yeah, who would you say is like your biggest challenger in the professional golf world in beer pong or cornhole?
Wow. Dustin is pretty good at cornhole. I can't really there's not really any, Denny McCarthy is good at a lot of things like that, actually.
Really?
Yeah, Denny McCarthy is a sneaky athlete, very good hand-eye, and that's why he's a great putter. He's good at ping pong, cornhole, beer pong, like stuff like that, like little hand-eye coordination games. So Denny's real good. Dustin and I used to play, those games in battle, and we were fairly similar in ability.
I love it.
Yeah, Denny won that 3-point shooting contest they had wherever it was last year. He made a shitload of them, by the way.
Yeah,
he went around.
Yeah, I think he beat like some dude from the Wizards. Like he outshot one of those shooting guards. Like
he was nice. Yeah, I didn't have any idea he could shoot like that.
Denny's a sneaky little athlete. You know what I mean? Like he'll surprise you with stuff like that.
Yeah, just a little assassin. All right, well, that segues nicely into the next one because we may have already hit it right now. But a lot of your friends, Matt Everett especially, he's like, dude, this guy, Steve, he's just a freak athlete. Like, he's good at a lot of stuff. He could shoot, all the games we just mentioned. But if you had to say a sport or activity that you're best at outside of golf, what would it be?
Ooh.
Ping pong, I heard you're real nice at ping pong, too.
I'm nice at ping pong. You know what I've actually been playing a lot of recently because I got a lot of time on my hands is billiards, pool. I've gotten pretty good at that, actually.
Billiards.
I've gotten pretty good at yeah. I got a ledger with one of my buddies. We play all the time. It's going good for me. So pool. And you know what? I'm a pretty good cornhole player, I think. I would throw myself up there with a lot of people.
So basically like a bar Olympics. If you had like
pretty
pool,
much like, all
darts,
like the little niche
shuffleboard, probably
you can't get paid to do real well. I'm good at all of those. Horseshoes. Yeah. I'm pretty good at horseshoes. Like I'm good at horseshoes. I love
anything you can do while you drink.
Darts,
I'm good at. Yeah, I'm very good. Yeah.
Yeah. All the drinking games.
I like that.
Yep.
That 16-year-old over in Europe's taking over the dart world.
Yeah. There's some.
There's a new guy in town challenging that Van Gerwen guy.
Yeah, 16 years old, just fleecing everyone.
Yeah. You can't be.
Yeah, they throws like 180 every time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, next one. I have to change one of the guys because I know Willie Mack would be the answer now, so I'm going to change it to Matt Every, Spencer Levine, and Daniel Berger are stranded on a deserted island. Who do you have the most confidence in surviving and making it home safely?
Oh, man. It'd probably be a toss-up between Matt and Daniel, because Spencer's too nice. They'd probably eat him first.
They'd be hungry, though. There ain't much there.
And then both of those two dudes would be trying to, like, figure out a way to get it done. I'm going to have to go with the older, crafty veteran would make his way off the island, Matthew Every.
I like it.
There you go.
Good.
Lone survivor.
Yep.
Matt Every.
I think so. I think I'm going to go with that. But Daniel, he like I said, he's a fierce competitor. You never know.
Yeah, Boog's crafty. Crafty
he
dude.
Is the crafty that he is. Very crafty.
All right, last one with me. This comes back to your caddy. We talked about GW Cable. For a while there was the makings of like a fight, like a boxing match between y'all two.
Yes.
Whatever happened to that? That was like real. Y'all were doing like interviews about it.
Nothing ever happened. It would have been unbelievable if we actually did it.
How did that start?
I think because GW and I, we've known each other for a long time, and we were, good friends before he started caddying for me. So we maintained that, we were always like friends before, caddy player. So, we'd get into arguments as friends do from time to time, and, we would talk trash to each other, and somehow that idea came up, and, he was telling me that how bad he would work me, and I'm like, you're out of your mind. And so we decided to maybe try to do it, and then I don't even know what happened to it. It just kind of went away. But it would have been very amusing. I wish we would have done it.
Yeah.
GW is a scary dude. He can get angry, so it would have been a brawl, I think.
That'd be a good pay-per-view player versus caddy fight.
Incredible.
That would be
pay-per-view.
The whole tour would show. You could just do it on site at an event, and everyone would show up and pay.
I know.
For that.
100%.
Maybe that's the new gig.
100%.
You could be a fight promoter on the PGA Tour. That'd be sick.
I could
be the Don King of the
solving
tour.
beefs, with players.
Yeah, just making fights.
Players, caddies, rules officials.
Mm-hmm.
We could even get them involved.
Yes.
Oh, dude, that'd be lined up.
A few people would line up with Stephen Cox, no doubt about that.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
that would be
no relief from the past.
A cash cow right there.
Yeah. See you Monday.
We got to get GW on the pod. We need fantastic. Got so many great stories. All right, last one. Okay, good friend of yours, Dustin Johnson.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're filming this right now on a few hours before the start of the national championship game, and I know you'll be tuned in tonight watching Michigan. And who the hell are they playing? Washington. Go at it.
So who we like, by the way? Who we like?
Nope, that's what I'm going to ask you. Who you like? But I need you to do it in Dustin Johnson's voice.
Oh, yeah.
No, bro, I think Michigan is going to win because they're just bigger and they'll pound the ball, and they're just going to control the possession, and they're going to win the game.
That is so good.
Pretty good.
I miss hearing you
do the whole interview as DJ. Let's ask some more shit about DJ. Hey, how's your game right now?
But I mean, Michael Penix, he's pretty good, bro. But I mean, Michigan, they're bigger.
Oh, that just made the day right there.
We're going to run that audio as our promo. Be like, DJ's on the pod talking about football.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Oh, shit.
Well, on a serious note, obviously this is going to come out after the national championship game.
Mm-hmm.
I know I personally, because I have one guy out there that's an annoying Washington fan, so I'm rooting for Michigan. So I'm laying the 5 points and taking Michigan.
Man, I dislike Michigan. I don't know why. Like, Harbaugh just gets on my nerves, but I think they are so good. I don't believe in karma. If I did, I would probably bet Washington, but I think they're going to win. They're just kind of destined for it, doesn't it? I mean, after all this stuff they've gone through, and I don't know. I think it's going to be a good game, though. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. It's going to be like a 21-18 affair or something like that. So in that case, Michigan would not cover. Colt.
That would be great. I'm heavily invested in the under. I think I pretty much align with everything DJ just said. I want Washington, by the way, because no one hates Washington, really.
I'm a good gambler.
All right, we could all three look like assholes after this game's over by the time this thing airs, but that's good breakdown from DJ. He knows his ball.